We turn now to yet another disturbing case of police brutality, this time out of Georgia. 36-year-old Travis Moya was mauled by a police dog after officers responded to a call that he was experiencing a mental health crisis at his home. Cell phone video shows Alpharetta police unleashing the canine even though Moya was already restrained. Before we play that portion of the video, please be mindful that it may be too graphic to watch.
Travis, calm down. Travis! Stop! Calm down! No! Travis, stop! Oh my, please, Jesus. Travis! Stop it!
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay, that's it.
Still with me is defense attorney Gerald Griggs, who represents Travis Moya. All right, Gerald, you've said that Travis was having a mental health crisis when his family called 911. They wanted an ambulance, but instead the police showed up. What was going on before officers arrived?
So before officers arrived, Travis was acting a little strange according to his family, and so they wanted someone to come out to check on his mental capabilities. You know, he never had a situation like this before, and so they called 911. The police show up. His wife tells the police officer what's happening with her husband and is requesting an ambulance to come. The officer goes back to his vehicle, gets the dog out of the vehicle, and then comes toward Mr. Moya, tells Mr. Moya that he's there to do some type of investigation. Mr. Moya is compliant. The other officers show up. Mr. Moya tries to go back into the house, which he was free to do. He was not under arrest at that point. They grab him, turn him around, trip him, and then they unleash the dog on him. And you can see the dog tearing into his flesh. You can see pieces of his flesh on the concrete. It was just a horrific scene that no person should ever have to go through, especially not in front of their children, in front of their wife, in a well-off suburb of Atlanta. So we were very disturbed. And then ultimately, Mr. Moya was actually charged with felony obstruction. So, you know, we are disturbed by this video account. We are disturbed by the evidence we have collected, and we made contact with the district attorney in hopes to get this case dismissed and to ultimately open charges against these officers, because this was excessive force.
All right, so you just went well ahead of all the questions I was basically about to ask you. So I'm going to go back so I can get more details on what you just stated. But you talked about the dog having parts of flesh hanging from his mouth. What was the extent of Mr. Moya's injuries?
He was seriously injured. You saw puncture wounds all up his arm. Pieces of his flesh were ripped out, and then he had an infection from the pieces of his flesh being ripped out. So you can see it from the pictures here. He has now had extensive surgery to reconstruct that part of his arm, and he's, of course, going through therapy. All of this while trying to process what happened to him in front of his house when he was merely asking for help from law enforcement.
Now, Gerald,
and as you can see, the dog is tearing into him.
Yeah, it's really hard to watch. You said that, or police said that Travis was resisting arrest, and that's why they unleashed the dog, but that's not clearly what we're seeing right now on video. Now, your client has been charged, like you said, and the officers involved were cleared of any wrongdoing. The department said that there was no violation of department policy, federal or state law. Your response, please.
Absolutely, there was a violation of department policy, and there was a violation of state law. There's possibly a violation of federal law. You can see from the video what was actually happening. At no point did Travis actively resist or offer to do any violence to the officers. That's why we want the district attorney to review this case. She's already opened a review, and we want her to dismiss these charges. But I think that this underscores the real issue that we have in American policing when we see a video and then we hear an explanation that does not fit the video. And if Travis had not recorded this, meaning his family not recorded this, they would have never released the body cam, which clearly shows that he was not resisting.
Well, we reached out to Alpharetta Police for a statement in this matter, but haven't heard back. All right, so tell me this. Travis's wife and his 5-year-old daughter witnessed what had happened that day, which obviously is so difficult for me to. His teenage daughter. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. So his children are watching this. His wife is watching this. She's recorded this incident, thank God. It's hard for me to watch. How are they having to cope with what occurred? I mean, it's got to be traumatic.
Oh, it's serious trauma. And that's why it's important for this story to get out and for people to understand the amount of trauma this family sustained at their own house because they call for mental health crisis. And this underscores why we need mental health crisis first responders and not law enforcement. At no point was there a need to escalate this situation, take Travis into custody, sick a dog on him, and then try to cover it up. So I just think that the level of trauma that was not only suffered by Travis, but also his family members, we have to account for that. And that's why it's important that the district attorney drop these charges, and then we have a full and thorough investigation into the actions of these officers.
Well, how close are you to getting the actual charge, that single felony count of willful, willful obstruction of law enforcement? How close are you to getting that dropped?
We are hopeful. The district attorney has indicated that she has opened an investigation and reviewing all the actions that happened out there, the actions of Mr. Moya, and of course the actions of the officer. That's typically not normal that the DA so quickly opens a full investigation, but we're hopeful. But again, we're ready to defend against this case, and the video speaks for itself.
Well, what's next for Travis and his family? I know they've said that they plan to file a civil lawsuit against Alpharetta police.
That's correct. We are in the process of preparing that lawsuit. His civil attorney, L. Chris Stewart, and Stewart Trial Associates will be handling that portion. I'm handling the criminal portion. We fully expect a civil rights lawsuit to be filed.
Is the DA looking into any criminal charges against the police? I doubt it. Just had to ask.
Well, again, she's indicated she's opening an investigation. I'm hopeful, but I believe the video speaks for itself.
All right, one last case I want to get your thoughts on. Police in Douglas, Georgia are currently under investigation after nearly suffocating 29-year-old Purnell Harris back in August. Coffee County officers were responding to a dispute between Harris and his girlfriend who recorded the incident. We want to play a portion of that for you. Again, a warning, the video is hard to watch.
Come on. Purnell. You making the party? Stop. Come on. Y'all quit. You hold on to that.
Get that arm, get that arm.
All right, what's your question? All right.
All right, Joe, you also represent Mr. Harris. Walk us through what happened that night.
Well, and I represent the NAACP, which is investigating this case. But Mr. Harris' girlfriend called for another mental health disturbance. She indicated there may have been a weapon involved, but she merely wanted to get her keys back. The police respond. They do some investigation. They do find a weapon, which was not associated with any type of incident. They start to take Mr. Harris into custody. As you can see from the video, he's resisting slightly. They take him to the ground. They handcuff him, and then they put him in the car. He's alert, active, breathing, but by the time he gets to the police station, he's not alert, he's incoherent, and then he ends up in ICU with several severe injuries to his person. The NAACP is called. His father is calling for a full investigation because his son was in ICU, non-responsive, with severe damage to the upper portion of his body. And so what they're asking is, what happened to Mr. Harris from the point he was removed from that house till he got to the jail and then in the jail? Because it does not make sense that someone who was in custody at that point and was not actively resisting anymore once they got him to the ground was beaten so severely. And so the NAACP has called for a full investigation. They made contact with the GBI. They made contact with the Attorney General in Georgia, and they've also made contact with the Assistant U.S. Attorney because they have grave concerns about what happened to Mr. Harris. We were down there a few weeks ago. He's still in intensive care. He's still unresponsive, and we still have no answers. His girlfriend actually said the only thing that she wanted that evening was her cell phone back, her keys back. She didn't want him to be beaten. She didn't want him to be arrested. She didn't want any of that to happen. So we have some grave concerns about what's happening in Douglas, Georgia, Coffee County.
Well, Gerald, the case is now currently being reviewed by the Georgia Bureau of Investigation. You just mentioned that. What does that actually mean? Is that an important step in the case?
That is an important step. Typically, when there's an officer-involved situation and there's some concern about what happened, the outside entity comes in and investigates, and that would be the GBI. So that's a positive step. But our concern is, how did he go from being fully alert to being in intensive care for a mental health disturbance call? And that further underscores the serious issue in Georgia with these type of altercations and interactions with law enforcement. So we want more than just the GBI investigating. We want federal investigators to come in, because this is a continual problem here in this state, and the NAACP will stay on top of this and support this family in getting justice.
All right, defense attorney and vice president of the Atlanta chapter of the NAACP, Gerald Griggs, thank you again.